today's video, we're going to talk about how Middle Ages may have been the least productive time in human history. Of course, compared to the people's density and like technology level, the most, in my opinion, technologically advanced times were the ancient times, specifically the ancient East, the ancient Greek, the Roman Empire may have been the least technologically advanced times. So, hope you enjoyed the video. When you're asking what were the least technologically advanced times, you have to ask yourself, what do you define technologically advanced? In our today's human society, well, we're surprisingly average, like not so great technologically advanced. You're maybe still scratching your head thinking, what do you mean by technologically advanced? Well, it's how many people are on Earth. That's the basis. There's like 7 billion of us. In only the past 100 years or so, we have been hitting. There has been like 1 billion of humans. And if you're still screaming and saying, it doesn't matter, what matters is how the ideas are connected, and you're right. And so far, we are really connected, meaning that the chance of the standards are even lower for being technologically advanced. So you might say, so technological advance is some kind of conditions are some kind of a group of people that are sitting in a room and just talking about specific ideas and creating great ideas like some kind of mathematic minds, philosophy, science. Yes! That's technologically advanced because they might have not the best conditions they're living in, their lifespan, their health, all of that stuff says that has been. And Middle Ages, well, they're really advanced. What kind of rediscoveries have we found in the Middle Ages? Let me go. What? Middle Ages inventions. They're also called the Dark Times because, well, due to the lag. Middle Ages Ice Age tech novel inventions list. Okay, invention changed the world. Let me see those. The printing press. 1. I mean, coffee house ahead of its time. I mean, yeah, printing. It was of course at the end, like of course it had slow progress, but was still great. The coffee houses, of course, that's a great idea. I mean, coffee houses aren't so aren't so widespread nowadays, but back then, coffee houses were great. But there's becomes a problem. The Crusaders, the people that wanted to stop technological advancements, because there's the idea of like, if you're the civilization, like people you're ruling, if they're going to be, let's say, like, they don't know anything, they're going to believe the most stupidest of things. things that even don't make sense. You don't have enough information to compare it to say that's fake. That's the times when the Christianity ruled the government. And you might think, you might ask me like, you're saying that Christianity was bad? No, I'm saying that it was abused. The power was abused. The people were forcefully given the amount of alcohol that make them unintelligent. So you know the heavy blow led to agricultural revolution. Of course, yes. Mechanic stops, mechanical clocks. Indeed, that was a great invention. But you see, look at the times. 3rd century China, 15th century, the second coffee houses, 15th century, what is it, 160s, that's like 17th century. It was pretty late down the line. But earlier, before that, like hourglass, 14th century, it works. It's such a great invention. Gunpowder, like this, whatever blast furnaces, liquor. Now you're seeing what I mean. The wheel, a barrel. Yes, it was not true, since the wheelbarrow was old invention in China. And what else? Spinning wheel? India, not Europe. Yeah, mills, vintage shreks, eyeglasses for rich people, treadmills. All these inventions are mostly for rich people and war. The rest of the early computer. Yes, this was indeed an early way of computing. That's what you see. I mean, they're great, but let me say, like, Renaissance. This indeed was the logical time. But let me look at you. Ancient time inventions. Ancient time inventions of the Romans. Ancient human history. Well, of course, no. You're looking. Yeah. Now, I'm searching for something. It's really hard to find the right information. Got ancient inventions. I hope this works out great. Okay, why not? Such as a steam engine. Well, that's not what I meant. But yes, this like whatever it's supposed to be. The oldest calendar, like a calendar, a concrete, like the art, and the earthquake detector, sunstone. It could have been used as a navigational sign. The Baghdad battery. And you see, what was this invented? BC. Compared to this, like, what? Like, nanotechnology. Like, look at it as like, looking like, what? This was thought to be the first computer that could calculate literal time. And yet, in medieval times, technology and the things that were developed were so advanced compared to it. What we have now, of course, we're compared, but compared to the times when this was harder to communicate with people, the ideas were more local. You couldn't find information as easily. Books weren't so widespread. You learned to appreciate how the past, even with its limitations, was beautiful. But then it comes to a question. Should we come back to the past, to the technology that used to be in those times? Well, we could. But is that going to change our culture, the way we think? No. And humans in these times just don't appreciate the technology as much as they should. Since what we have, we just borrowed from the past times. That's totally fine. What did we invent that the past people did? Well, late. Let me do a cut. Late 20th century inventions. Just looks disgusting. But yeah, it looks this. This is what we got. The radio, the airplane. The airplane was not in the 19th century. It was in the 19th century, not 20th. The radio, of course, but it was still there. The 18th. Television, the computer, the cell phone, and just all of these great things such as escalator, helicopter, robot, radio, telescope, radar, jet engine, electron microscope, atom bomb, laser, space shuttle, compact disc, polymers, antibiotics, summer fountain, pacemaker, safety razor, vacuum cleaner, neon light, zipper, toaster, microwave oven, a transistor, belly point pen, cellophane, chocolate chips, what? Tea bags. All of these are great inventions. But we had the radio, we had the television to translate our information even further. Before that, we had mail. That was it. We cannot send information a different way except like the radio that's this point 100 years old. No, 120. That's what I mean. Yes, the technology we have at current times is great, it's amazing. But compared to the other the ancient times, well, we haven't changed too much. Do I think that the technology is advanced? Yes. Do I think we're rising technological level than we slower than we should? Of course. The government isn't focusing as much on technology and science as on the weapons. Since people want to save what they have rather than create new things. Thanks for watching. Hope you had the greatest time in watching this video. Well, goodbye.